I want to share with you a stock investing strategy that will set you free and then also show you how to get started with the investing strategy. Before I get to that though, let's just make sure that I'm not going to waste your time. If your definition of being set free is having a Lamborghini, a yacht, and a private jet, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying you're not going to get much value in this video. Now, if your definition of being set free is having freedom of time, meaning you can do what you want to do. If you want to lay in bed all day, that's fine because, well, you're still making money. Or as this beautiful quote says, one of my favorites, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die, which of course is said by Warren Buffett. And that's the goal here. So if that's what you like in terms of, okay, yeah, I would consider freedom of time, being set free. I would consider making money while I sleep, being considered set free. Then what we are after, what you should be after, the goal should be passive income. Passive income, just a way where you are making money, you are making income, yet you're not doing anything. So while maybe it sounds like a gimmick, maybe it sounds too good to be true, it's not. Passive income is literally a way to make money even while you sleep. So that's what this investing strategy is going to be based around. That's the goal of it. Let's get ourselves passive income. So how do you make all this happen? Now, just based on the title of the video, you know that it's stock investing, but what type of stocks? Because yes, we are after specific types of stocks, and those are going to be stocks that pay what are called dividends. Now, I'm not going to go into all the dynamics of what a dividend is, how it works. If you're curious, I do offer this video, which I'll put a link to down below if in the description section, and you can go watch it, if you have no idea what a dividend is, but that will fill in the gaps. But for the sake of this video, just understand that a dividend is a way to get passive income. So dividend, that's the type of stocks we're going to be investing in. Okay, well, so how do I buy dividend stocks? How do I invest in them? And what you're going to need for this is you're going to need an online platform, an online broker. Now, there are many to choose from, but like I said, I'm just going to walk you through how to get started. And if you want to veer off and do your own little thing here, that's fine. But like I said, I want to just make sure that if you want to take my step-by-step, guide, then here you go. So what I would recommend is Webull, and I'll put a link down below. And that link is important because if you use it, you're going to get free stock, which is what their current promotion is. Now, that is for transparency's sake. That is also an affiliate link, so I will get something too. But just be aware that, let's make this as efficient as possible. So if you're going to get started, well, you might as well get some free stocks also. So like I said, if you click the link down below the video in the description section, then you will get, a free stock or whatever the current promotion is. But here's the key part. The key part, because this is a strategy that takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen over a year. And any strategy that does promise to happen overnight and over a year, run far, far away. But because this is, again, we're looking to build wealth over time. We're looking to gain freedom over time. You're going to want, during the sign-up process, what is known as an IRA account. Very important, which stands for an individual retirement account. And this is going to allow that money to grow tax-free. And when money grows tax-free, it's just going to grow that much quicker. Well, because you don't have, hands reaching in and grabbing, things out of it. So you want to definitely make sure that you have an IRA account. So yes, you need a brokerage, but we want to be buying our dividend stocks in a brokerage that offers IRA accounts, which Webull does. So when you use that link to get the free stock, make sure during the sign-up process, you select an IRA account. Now, after you get signed up and you get your brokerage and everything, you get it funded, you get your free stocks, you're now going to want to, well, okay, Clay, that's great. We want passive income. Okay, got it. Stocks that pay dividends offer us passive income. Okay, well, we need an online brokerage to buy these stocks. Okay, fine, Clay. But where do you find these dividend-paying stocks, these stocks that are going to allow us to build passive income? And again, this is another reason why I'm recommending Webull, not just because of the free stocks and stuff that they give you, but they have a great scanner. They have a great way to help you find these stocks in a very time-efficient manner. Because we are, again, after freedom of time, so it would be good to try to be as efficient about it as possible, and that's what we have here. So the way that it's working, and depending on how new you are, you're going to want a screener, you're going to want a scanner, and Webull offers this, and it's all part of the platform. So it's not like you have to pay extra for any of this stuff. There are no commissions, so it is a commission-free broker, which are just more reasons. But the point here being is, I want to be able, we want as much money as possible going to passive income. That's purchasing passive income for us in the form of these dividend paying stocks. So, I'm not looking for a bunch of fancy tools. I'm not looking for a bunch of stuff that we have to pay for, because that's just less money that we can use to buy passive income. So this is all included in, the broker itself at no fee. But what you would be wanting and what's part of their platform is right up here, which is known as the screener. Or scanner, both of those terms, same thing. But what we're going to be very, curious in is, let's click on filter, and we're going to be curious about dividend yield, which is important here. We want dividend yield as opposed to dividend, because a dividend, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not going to lead you astray, but it can be, misleading in the sense of, wow, that's a big dividend. Yet when you look at the dividend yield, it could be very, very small or maybe not worth it. Now, what is a dividend yield? I want you to just look at this as an interest rate, but not what you would normally think of. Not an interest rate like a mortgage rate, like what I have to pay somebody else, or like a car rate, like what's the rate on my car loan? No. This is the rate that's being paid to us. Really? An interest rates that's paid to us? Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing, is it's going to be paid to us while we sleep. All we got to do is buy the stock, hold the stock, and, just hold on to, invest into the company. And when you do that, they're going to pay you dividends. They're going to pay you money. And yeah, that's the epitome of cash flow. Now, yes, you can get cash flow through real estate. You can get cash flow through other ways. But as somebody that's just getting started in your wealth building journey, this is by far the quickest way to get into it, because real estate, you need a lot more money. Where with this, you can have $1, because again, Webull offers fractional shares, meaning that even if you can't afford a share, so let's say a stock is trading for $1,000 per share and you only have $500, well, you could buy 1/2 of a share, known as a fractional share. So that's why Webull is fantastic, is they'll allow you to go in there and just buy fractional shares, partial shares. All those things are the same. But the point being, it doesn't even require any money. If you have $1, you can literally start buying stocks and building your passive, cash flow here. But what we care about is dividend yield, which again is the interest rate that's paying us, and you'll see this. And I'm just totally making this up. Now, at this point, you may be, I'm going to go with, let's just say we want things between 3 to 7%. Now, you may be saying, but Clay, do stocks pay more than 7%? Are there companies out there that pay higher interest rates, quote unquote? And yes, there are, but here is the warning, and here's the other video that you need to go and watch as part of your, kind of general strategy here of getting started. And I will put this link again down below, but you must go and watch this, because again, very good. If you're thinking that to yourself, Clay, 7%, but are there stocks that pay maybe 10, 15% interest rates to us? Because 10, 15% is way better than, 5%, 3%. And yes, there are. So good line of thinking. I like the fact that you are thinking, but you need to watch this, because this video is going to, explain why you got to avoid doing that sort of thing. And again, that's outside of the scope of this, video. But if you were having that thought, and if you're automatically going to, I'm going to look for the highest, percentages I can find. Okay, I don't blame you. Good thought process, but a very risky process, and this video will help you understand why. So definitely make sure to watch that as part of your overall, like I said, getting started strategy here. So back to the scanner here, I've chosen, let's just make it 3 to 5%. So now what that does is this is scan everything, and what we're going to want to do is, there we go. We're going to want to come over here and find the dividend yield column. And this is just my personal preference, but if you click on it, then it'll bring up the highest paying dividends to the top. And then as you go down, the dividends will just get lower and lower. But again, remember, this is the percentage that is being paid to us. So at this point, it's a matter of now, this is also where, like I said, my goal here is just how to get started, how to go through these basic steps. But what sort of company do you want to invest in? What sort of companies do you like? What is the dividend that you want, that you feel comfortable with? That's where everybody's going to be a little different. So I'm not going to, talk about that. And plus, this is also where investing gets fun, because you can come up with your ideas. You can look at one company and say, I really like them versus somebody else. And there's a bunch of different criteria that you can use. But the point here is, this video is showing you how to, get started within all of that. But for example, let's say you're scrolling down here and you see, hey, VZ, that sounds familiar. So you can, double click on it. And that is, that this is Verizon. So you see down here, nope, you can't see that because my ugly mug's in the way. But this, I'll just tell you, this is Verizon. So I think a lot of people have heard of Verizon. But here you can see all sorts of things. You can go here, and I'm not saying this is what you have to do. I'm just saying that, Webull as their platform here, it makes everything easy to do. But if you want to look at their income statement, their balance sheet, if you want to look at their cash flow statement, if you just want to see what analysts are saying, so you can see right here that, this is based on 33 analysts, and, you get the idea here. There's the point being, if you want to see, well, have there been any news releases lately? So it'll go through news releases, and there's all sorts, their corporate actions, maybe you don't even know what a company is. So in that situation, because a lot of these are like, wait, what? Huh? And I see that you're not quite sure what the ticker symbol, the letters represent. Then you click on them, like, oh yeah, no, I've heard of them before. But in this situation, if you don't know, like I said, just come over here and click on profile. And in this situation, Verizon Communications, and then, Verizon, Communications is, tells you what it's all about right here with the summary. But the point here being is, as you do your research, even if don't think that like, well, I don't recognize that. What is that? Well, just go here, read the profile. But at the end of the day, like I said, dividends are what we're after. What type of dividend paying stocks? Like I said, watch that video because you don't want to go and just start, hey, look, this thing's a 20%er. I'm gonna do that. You got to be careful in that regard. But at the core, this is what you do. You just go to that scanner. That's part of the platform, and you just go down through and you whatever things. So here's one. I know EIX, for example. So right here, EIX, they are a utility company, but I know that I own them in my portfolio. And, you can go and just see all the different, information about them. I'm not saying that you should go and buy EIX. All I'm saying is that that's just one of the ticker symbols that I recognize that I do invest in. But like I said, all this can be found right here on the platform. And, from there, you just go and you buy cash flow. And over time, it's going to add up more. And then you get the magnificent mathematical concept of compounding interest, and you get things even that much more in your favor. And before you know it, money is showing up and you did nothing for it. In fact, I did a video a few years ago. I didn't find the link for that one, but a few years ago, so it's even more now, but it was something that implied how, I make $500 every month and I literally don't do anything. And the whole point of that video was, hey, that's the power of dividends. That's the power of investing in the stocks that will pay you to hold them via the dividend because you get that cash flow. And I haven't updated my numbers recently, so I'm not quite sure, but because every year you do it, that amount's going to grow, and it's going to grow, and you're getting compounding interest. And the longer you do it, the bigger it's going to grow. So that's why I say, no, I'm not exaggerating. Start now. Like, I don't care if you're like 17, 18, fantastic. But even if you're later in life, still just start now, because time, no pun intended, time really matters in this. Time matters in the quest of seeking out more freedom of time. But like I said, for me a few years ago, I know that I was making $500 every month doing nothing. It's more than that now, but I love it. That's where true freedom comes from. Having money show up and you didn't do anything for it other than just buying a stock in the first place. So hopefully this helps. If there's any ideas if there's any questions for, I don't know, what am I missing here? Am I missing that? Let me know if you have any ideas for future videos like this. But like I said, I just really want people to, and I should have done this one at the beginning of the year, but you know what? Still, start now. So I'm a little late into the new year here of starting a new investing strategy. But if you're somebody that, which I would assume you agree with my definition if you're still watching this, then dividend stock investing is a fantastic way to start to get passive income. And passive income is what is going to set you free and give you that freedom of time. So hopefully this video helps. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Any sort of ideas for future videos like this, please let me know down in the comment section. But if you did enjoy this, please let me know by hitting that like button. And things like that go a long way. Check out the channel as a whole, watch some more videos. And at that point, if you like what you see, then yeah, at that point, click the subscribe button, as I'd love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. But again, get signed up with Webull. Sign up with the IRA account, run those scans for dividend-paying stocks, and start buying that passive income. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.